Today we're going to do a moon reading, and I want to divide the moon cycle into 4 parts. Today is the new moon, so we'll start with the new moon. We will go on with the waxing moon, the full moon, and then the waning moon again. And then we arrive back at the new moon. So we're gonna first look at the energy for the new moon right now. You can kind of think of it as dividing the 4 weeks up. So the first week starts today. Let's see what we have. Wow, okay. A whole bunch of cards all over the place, which might be interesting in connection to these cards. Then we have the waxing moon phase, where everything is coming up in energy, then the culmination in the full moon. The waning moon. Okay. So let's look at what we've got here. So first, for the new moon, we have the 7 of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the 6 of Pentacles, which is success. So when we look at this, first we have the swords, which are in the head, and like there's something that's holding you back, and you try to attack it from every possible angle, but it's no use. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which looks back at her path, which goes not in a straight line, but like around obstacles in the past. And she looks back at that. So maybe the thing you're trying to figure out is about the past. Maybe something happened where you don't know how to relate to what has happened. You're trying to figure it out, but there's no use in it. And then the third card, which is the 6 of Pentacles, says success. So maybe you will come to a successful interpretation and like an integration of what has happened. Maybe not through thought alone. Maybe you have to go more into the vibe of the Pentacles, you know. Into more earthy energy. Then we go on, and now the moon is waxing, and we have the 3 of Wands. So we have the element of fire here, Aries and the Sun. So you take initiative. Maybe this thing you have pondered during the new moon, now you put it into action, which is very useful, right? And there are 3 of them, so maybe you put together things that were not connected before, you know. Yeah, this is really like head-on change. For the full moon, we have the 6 of Cups, which is like enjoyment, or like, yeah, very positive. emotional and positive. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, which is this card. Which is about like including every part. Nothing is left out, you know. There's no part of you that you leave behind, but you find a place for it and you nourish it and you like protect it, you hold it. Just beautiful. And then we have the moon. Wow, for the full moon, the moon. Yeah, but this one, is about illusion. So maybe now you fully have the illusion illuminated that you were pondering at the new moon. And then after this culmination, we have the waning moon, and it's the universe card. Nice. Something new has been born here. This moon is like, this full moon births something that you enjoy when it wanes, you know. You ponder about what you really want, you put it into action, and you have a lot of success. You include every part of you, you don't leave anything out. You feel fulfilled, you really enjoy your time and your success and everything. With the full moon, something new comes out of you that you really enjoy after its birth. So let's look, choosing a different deck now, to go deeper into what kind of thing, like in which direction of life does this thing live that we are pondering in the beginning. Like what kind of thing are we talking about? Oh, okay. Okay, we have the portal snake. So something that's like really fundamentally changing your world. We have the Ladies of Agony card, which is much about working through inner wounds. We have the Prince Philip card, which is about reconnecting to something that was lost. And this card, which has a song line in German on it, and it says, Sie bemerken, dass das Fallen zum Schweben wird, wenn man aufhört, sich an Dingen festzuhalten. Which means they notice that the falling becomes a floating if you stop holding on to things. So something fundamentally life-changing, like something that really changes your world, the world how you relate to the world happens by you looking at something inside of you and connecting to a part of you that you lost. Maybe there was a part of you that you were judging before, that you now integrate into your life. You have to let go of something. You hold on to something which is not serving you. And you need to work through it with this new moon to be fully aware of what you want to manifest for the full moon. And it will be something, it is truly changing how you relate to the world. So let's look more in depth into the phase of the waxing moon, where you are actively walking towards your goal. Maybe we get some more details on that. Also connecting this new energy, new moon energy, to what happened before when we drew the cards. They were falling out in all directions. So maybe this is something that you don't know how to put your head around. You know, maybe there's something, maybe you don't even know what it exactly is, you know, that kind of thing. Where you yeah, it's just, you feel all over the place. And the question is, what do you really want? And I think the answer won't come to you if you like focus too much, you know. Maybe you defocus. Maybe you need to just sit, do nothing, expect nothing, want nothing, and see what comes to you. So let's look more and focus on the waxing moon energy. Do we get some more details on how this initiative of passion and creation looks like? Generally feels like it's very powerful to align yourself with the moon here, you know, like these cards are very, very aligned with the moon energy itself. So it might be very fruitful for you to focus on the moon energy and how you can move your life with it. Okay, we have the butterfly, and psychedelic royalty. Okay, so first we have the Acharai, which is, and this is Morla, which is from a book from the German author of Michael Ende, and it's like she lives in the swamps of sadness. So maybe there's something you are grieving about, maybe there's a loss. This turtle is very, she kind of gave up on life. She doesn't care because she doesn't think it is useful to care, because it won't make a change. That's what she believes. So maybe there's a part of you where you believe that. Maybe there's a dream which you didn't follow through on because you believe it's not working. And maybe this is what you need to transform this lunar month. Maybe this dream is possible. Then we have the butterfly. And the butterfly is a beautiful animal, because just like its wings, when it does this, that's very much its message, you know. It's something new starting, it's dead. Something new starting, it dies. Something new, dead. Life, death. Life, death. And it really ponders death and what comes out of it. And when you get really deep into it, you find that life and death are kind of the same thing in a way. And everything is just continuously reborn. Everything is continuously dying and continuously being birthed. And so the topic of death might be important, and the topic of rebirth for sure. Something is being reborn here, something sad, something that has given up, something you have given up on is being reborn in this lunar cycle. And then we have psychedelic royalty. And psychedelic royalty is a kind of royalty that's not like the usual kind you would think of. It says here, rule over your creation wisely. The idea of psychedelic royalty is that everybody is a king, everybody is a queen. And your kingdom is your world. And you have responsibility for it. You create your world, you shape it, you change it, you know. And it changes at the same time, and you kind of dance with it. You interact in a very intricate manner with your world. And this is also about like seeing that responsibility that you have. Responsibility. Are you able to respond to this? Then you can. Then why not doing it, you know? So if you look, we have first the sad turtle that doesn't believe her dreams could be coming to life. In the middle, we have the butterfly who is questioning life and death and rebirth. And then we have psychedelic royalty, which is taking your life into your hand, knowing that your world is your creation and you rule it. You rule it. No one can take that away from you, you know. You can always interact with it. And if you give more love will come back to you. So it seems like a sad little creature inside of you is being reborn, a king or a queen. And you really take the initiative. You know, this really connects to the psychedelic royalty vibe. And I think also to the transformation process. You really make your own transformation. And I think this is really part of the transformation, is that you rule over it. You decide you're not going to be a queen. You decide you're not going to be a king. Or you decide you're going to be whatever you want, you know. You rule. You can change the whole structure of how this thing is run, you know. It can be ruled by, I don't know, a musician, an artist. You can be anything you want to be. You are the king or the queen, right? So I like that. And then let's see some more details about the full moon. We have the heart chakra card and the root chakra card. So they are not finished yet, so pardon me, but we know their meaning. So something about the root and the heart is happening here on the for the transformation. And the root chakra is connected to earth energy, and the heart chakra is love itself. So that's very interesting. Maybe this blockage of yours, like this blockage card is connected to the sacral chakra. But maybe there's also a connection to the root chakra. I mean, of course, the root chakra is about power. And if you are thinking that you are sad and you can't change anything because everything just happens to you, you're not in your power. Okay, so there's a transformation in the root chakra and in the sacral chakra, because your emotions about something where you were not in power are being transformed. And then you, by transforming these emotions, you also transform your relationship to power. Maybe there's something you have to look at, some sadness, some pain. And that can be difficult. But if you really know what you want, and you really know, if you're really determined, you know that it can't hurt you. You can just take a few hours, sit down, light a candle, and feel what comes up, and just let it be. After a few hours, put out the candle, go on with your life. Next day, take a few hours, light a candle, grieve. Take some time for yourself for this. But knowing that if you look at these things, it will transform, it will be powerful. And you have nothing to lose. There's no risk you're taking here. You know that this transformation will make you a queen or a king, you know. So that's powerful stuff. So let's look at the waning moon. What can we expect for that? Okay, so we have the Clown card. The Clown is kind of the counterbalance to the sad Morla of the swarms of sadness. It's an overactive sacral chakra. The sadness and depression is an underactive sacral chakra. You have not enough energy in your emotions, you know. And with the Clown, you make more emotions to cover up the sad emotions, so you don't have to show it to others, and also not to yourself. So maybe there will be a overreaction, you know. Maybe you will overcorrect your sadness and you will start to be a little bit too happy, where you feel it's not really, you know, true to what you really feel anymore. You know, a little bit too happy, where you feel like it's not really me. It feels like a mask. So look out for that. That might happen. I mean, with all of these energies, you're always balancing, right? So if you have too little and then you get more, then it's easy to overshoot. So be patient with yourself and find the equilibrium and the balance. Yeah, you need the balance to rule over your creation wisely, right? And on the back side of that Clown, we have the Horizon. And the Horizon card is very cosmic, like the universe itself. So it feels like you connect to reality on a deeper level. You see the world as a part of yourself. You see, like, the world is an eye and you have eyes, and they are connecting, and they are kind of, there's the same energy flowing through it. So with this rebirth and this taking your power over your creation by recognizing your royalty, you might really, really feel that, like, in every cell of your body. You might feel really connected. You might feel your guidance stronger. And that might help you with the Clown thing. It will help you for everything in your life. It feels like a level up, you know? Like sometimes you have a release, an energetic blockage just whoosh, goes, and you feel something has changed. And it's like life just got easier, you know? That kind of level up, where it's not getting harder and harder and you keep struggling more, but it's like all of these things you felt were so important and so complicated and so big and taking up all the space, suddenly they take their place and they are not so big, you know. They are all manageable, you know. You don't have to engage with them if you don't want. You can always like change everything, because you're the queen, you're the king, you can do anything, you know. Everything in the world is here to serve you. That feels like a very important thing about the psychedelic royalty vibe. It's like everything is serving you, even the difficult things. You need to learn something from them, and you can. Just like this full moon circle, you will transform something inside of you. And this something that you transform, it feels heavy and it feels stiff and like uncomfortable. This is serving you because you learn to look at your emotions without fear, because they can't do anything to you, you know. No matter how intense they are, they never really change anything about what you are, because you are not your emotions. So it feels like here some wisdom about emotions, some wisdom about your true power will come to life. And you take it with a very majestic attitude. The whole process is very... In the beginning it's a little bit like, you know, this new moon, you're a little bit like, whew, how am I going to handle this? But then Once you know what your goal is, you focus and you just do it. Yeah, you're very powerful. It feels like you are a queen or king already. And maybe that's what you will find out this full moon. Good. Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up with this. And I wish you a pleasant journey. And I will see you next time, next new moon.